So first, as usual, we will take a look at the floor and see what we're up against. So there's 4 battle floors here. I think someone once told me that there are 8 battle floors per dungeon, right? So all the dungeons that we played through, and that the Stygian Abyss actually has 64 rooms. Crazy, I know. Alright, so let's head in to our first battle room. And we are faced with our favorite friends, the lizards of the lava. So one thing you'll probably notice here is that we have not equipped the mystic weapons, all of those mystic swords. And I've read places that you have to have the mystic weapons in order to actually use them in the abyss itself. But it doesn't seem to be the case here. So I'm just going to keep using the magic stuff that we have, like magic bows or magic wands or whatever we have on hand here, to avoid a little bit of frustration in having to suddenly switch to melee at this stage in the game. I guess I'm going to stick Jeffrey in line with everybody else here. Wow, this is kind of frustrating. There were a whole bunch of traps that we sprung while we were heading across here, but we might as well just zip through it. We're not getting too hurt by this. I'm going to try to bring Jeffrey down a row as soon as I can. Maybe not. Okay, so more lava lizards. Okay, and so now we just need to all, very slow, very single file, head our way across the bridge. Okay, so now we seem to be standing in some terrible lava again. But we're gonna fight these hydras and then continue onward here. Because we were going 3 rooms to the right and then 1 room down to get out to the other side, essentially. And you might wonder why I'm concentrating on a small detail like that, but you'll see as we progress through the abyss that there's battle room after battle room after battle room like this, but sometimes you need to trip a switch to go in a direction that you want to go, but you currently can't find a way to go, so it's important to keep track of what direction you actually want to travel in. Okay, so 1 more round of lava lizards here. And then it's going to be path of least resistance through this terribleness, and hopefully we can take some time and heal up on the other side. Okay, so this should bring us out to an area that has a fountain. And who knows, the abyss might give us a little break and might give us a healing fountain. Or it might be a terrible poison fountain. I guess we don't need to keep picking up chests at this point, eh? Let me just head back out here for a sec, because I actually want to take a look at the gem again. Let's see. Okay, so we have 4 more battle rooms to go before we get to that area with the fountains, with an altar, conveniently. So let's take it just a second to actually heal up. We're going to heal Katrina for sure, because she's pretty hurting, and everybody else isn't doing too badly. I think we can manage okay. Yeah, the sleep fields in the middle here make it a little bit tricky. And one thing we should probably do next time we get a chance is mix up some awakening spells. Just so that we have a fighting chance in case we do end up in a situation where everybody is kind of lying across our path that we want to take. Just like this. Alright, let's go here. Who's still sleeping? Poor Mariah. Okay, so every part of the abyss seems to have like a terrible theme. And it's never good when things have themes. So like we just went through the area with all the lava tiles. Now we're going through like a sleep trial of sorts where there's sleep and other types of fields that we could dispel. But why bother? So you'll see as we go through this place that there's a lot of that type of thing that's happening. Alright, so I think everybody has escaped. And here we have some more of the same, but once again, we have these nice kind of like electrical fields around us that prevent us from being hit by their projectiles, which is good, but also kind of frustrating because it doesn't allow us to just zip through. But you can see we just tripped something that opened up the back of this spot here, so we could technically go that way. So we've decided to take the long way around while Julia was having a snooze there. And we've escaped. Okay, so it's another one of these slow but sure single file situations, which I'm not sure I'm too keen on for the moment, because Hun's gonna get smoked here. So let's use... Aw, Julia only has 19 MP, so she can't even cast, and neither can Katrina. Uh-oh. I guess we're waiting for Hun to wake up. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Okay, cast spell, dispel. We're gonna dispel that spot, and it's just more sleep. How inconvenient is that? Either way, we have a bigger way through which we can murder these demons. So we'll do that, and then we'll do our best to get our sleeping bunch through the pile here. Okay, there we go. We finally made it to the room with the pools. So let's see how this will go. I have no idea if this is going to go well. Arg, choke, gasp. Nope. So magic. We have one more cure left. We should actually probably mix up some more cure. So cure is B and C in our list, which I think is ginseng and garlic. So let's make up some more of that. And I guess we can make 20 of those. I feel like we're going to get poisoned more often than we'd care to admit. And then after we fight these spiders, maybe we can go and try out that other pool in the other corner. And then maybe fiddle with this altar and see where we end up. And I'm just going to leave the chest there because we don't really need to be worrying about that. That would be truly nice if this puddle was not a puddle of death. Who has the highest HP? Shimino. There you go, he's poisoned too. Damn it. Alright, well we cured him. That's unfortunate. So I think we're gonna have to spend some time healing up our party very shortly. But let's go and look at this altar here. I guess we can try using items. I guess we can use the stone. Okay. So it says here, as thou doth approach, a voice rings out. What virtue dost stem from truth? Okay, so let's go back to our sheet here. And from truth, we know that that's going to be honesty. So we'll choose that one. Use thy color. So the honesty stone here is blue. There it is. So the altar changes before thine eyes, down to level 2. And you'll see that there's a little bit of a pattern to this as we go. So I'm just going to take a second, mix up a bunch of healing potions, and heal my party, because we're hurting pretty bad. So be right back. Okay, so I've spent some time healing. And let's try actually resting here. This might also allow us to gain a little bit more HP collectively, all at the same time here. Hopefully we don't get ambushed. Oh, good. Alright, so that brought quite a few of our players up back to almost normal. And now we need to cast our light spell. We have one more light spell, but thankfully lots of sulfurous ash. I accidentally went through that door because I really do want to check out this floor with a map first before we go anywhere. Again, integral part of this place is to make sure that you know exactly where you want to be going. So let's see. Okay, so we have a pile of battle rooms. So I think if we go down, we're going down once and then right 3 times to get out. So we just have to remember before going through some random passageways and ending up stuck in the middle and not knowing where we are. And then after that, we need to head to the corner where it looks like there's a couple of secret walls to head into a bunch of poison patches and eventually make our way to that next altar. So let's do that. So we're going to go down once and then to the right 3 times. And aren't these rooms way better than the ones that we ran into on the first floor already? I like it. Ooh, this room is yucky because of the Balrons. That put you to sleep over and over again, so I'm going to make sure to kill those guys first. And from this room too, I think we can exit to the right or down. It doesn't matter. We'll end up in the same spot, but we'll go to the right because it's a little bit easier for us. And then we should exit into a hallway, hopefully. Alright, great. So now, according to our map, after we kill these spiders, we'll see that the wall that's on our right-hand side has some passable walls, some passable spots which we can go into, and then we're going to have to cast a whole pile of Dispel to make it through all of those poison patches that lie ahead of us. And what else is new? We are poisoned. There we go. Okay, so in here we go, and look at this. So I don't think it matters whether we go to the right or down, or maybe it does, but I think I'm gonna head downward. So let's get out our Dispel spells. We only have 6 of those, so we might need to mix up some more while we're here. But we'll Dispel a path downward here. And I somehow poisoned us all anyway. There we go. Accidentally walked into that poison patch. So, one more Dispel left. And I guess we can mix up some more of those. So let's just double check on Dispel. Dispel is A, C, and F. So let's load that up. So we're going to mix up some Dispels. So A, C, and F. And we can mix up, I guess, about 20 of those. There we go. Back to our dispelling mission here. There we go. So now we've reached another altar, and we can use our stones again. Alright, so it says, as thou doth approach, a voice rings out. What virtue dost stem from love? And that would be compassion. And there's a pattern that will emerge. Can you see it yet? So compassion is the answer here. Use thy color. So compassion was yellow, I think. There we go. So the altar changes before thine eyes, down to level 3. Perfect. I like it, I like it. So let's have a look here at our gems. Alright, so the altar appears to be in the center of a couple of battle rooms. So I don't know that it matters which ones we choose, but I guess let's head into the one that's closest to us and then just head up and get to that altar. So let's go see what that's all about. Oh. Just a nice old saunter. Oh. Oh, hello. No one's here? I don't understand. I'm not allowed to attack anything. I wonder if that's a bug. Because these guys will attack us. Look at them. They're quite happy to attack us. That's so strange. Oh, and I think these guys will just keep coming too, so we just really need to scurry as much as possible. Good thing we healed up before we got in here, eh? Wait, how did Julia get over there? That's okay. We're gonna make it. Yeah, I think no matter how many demons you kill there, they just keep coming. No, run away. Okay, good. We made it. That was a short track. Alright, so let's use... no. Use items, stones. Okay, a voice rings out. What virtue dost stem from courage? And if we look at our list, look what's the third in row. Let's choose valor here. Use that color. We know that valor is red. And we're suddenly on the 4th floor. That was quick, eh? And check it out. There's a secret wall right beside us. But let's have a look with our gem first. Okay, so we could go down, which looks like the Fool's Journey. Or we can try heading to the right, through the secret wall and through several others, up to that other area and see what's over there. So let's do that. Oh, gremlins. My favorite friends, our little Santa buddies, have rejoined us here. I thought I'd never see them again. Their little smiles, their festive hats. Okay, so let's use another gem here because we couldn't quite see where we were going last time. Okay, so it looks like we have to go through these fiery patches and then up. It doesn't look like it's any less treacherous to go in from the top, and both areas lead to the same place. So let's go from this direction. Probably a good idea, and I think we can actually dispel these fields. So let's try to do that. Yeah, there we go. That's the way. There we go. Okay, so we're going around all of these guys. This looks like a stomach. I guess we are in the bowels of the abyss. Oh man, these rooms are just the worst. This is a time when I'm tempted to use Tremor just to see if we can get rid of a lot of these guys. Yeah, that sure did the trick. I guess we can try to fight all these other guys off by hand. Okay, so we have made it to this next altar. So let's use our stones. And it says, as thou doth approach, a voice rings out, what virtue dost stem from truth and love? We're on the 4th floor, so that would be justice. And we're going to choose green. And there we are. We've reached the next floor. Dare we try this puddle? Let's try it out. Nope, I guess we should know better than to ever try a puddle again. There we go. We should probably take this opportunity to rest our party too. It's been a while. Well, that was successful. Alright, so gem time. Oh, there's 4 pools, and I wonder if any of them would actually be healing. Likely not to be. But let's head down and around this cross to the other room of crosses, and we will head in from the door that goes in on the right instead of going down. And so we'll go into the room, head straight down, and then out to the right-hand side. Seems like the path of most logic for me anyway, for my brain. So in this way, and it looks like we're gonna have to do some dispelling here because we need to go in a direction where there currently is no way to go. Okay, so we can finally cast Dispel here. These Balrons are just the worst kind of trouble. Dupree has enough magic in him that we could cast Tremor, and it might be helpful. There we go, we got rid of one of them. So that should lighten our load a little bit. And after the next turn, Dupree will have enough in order to cast Dispel, because it costs 20 MP, and this should do it for us, hopefully, if nobody else falls asleep. Okay, so now we can send some people into this little hallway here. Probably going to end up being Dupree because he's closest. There we go. So we have opened up the path to go down by stepping on this little tile. So I'm going to head down that way. And get our two little sleepy heads here. And exit. There we go. Okay. This is a terrible place. So we are going to cast some Tremor. Hopefully we'll make some quick work of some squiddies. Yeah, that seemed to work okay. Try that again. Alright, we're back to regular old battle now. Before things get too crazy and we all get put to sleep. So Janet can also cast Tremor, so let's try that. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, I see. Let's try that again. I think they're all tremored out. Okay, we just gotta play the patient waiting game for everybody to get out of here. Remember that time I said I was gonna cast some Awakening? And then I never did. I do. Oh man, people in the front row. Let's go. Okay, so after a long and trying battle with the squiddies, we're now in a situation where we need to find a switch because we want to continue to move down and not back to the left, because I think back to the left is just going to send us back out the way we were coming. So it doesn't look like it's up here, which means it's probably down where the chest is. There we go, we've tripped our little switch. But do we want to go to the right? No, we want to go down. That's what we decided, right? Or does it matter? Alright, so down we go. Ooh! Is this the way that we wanted to go? Okay, so this is a pretty yucky room. And I'm not sure if we went in the right direction. I'm gonna send Dupree in to do some dispelling of that lava field. Let's see if it's a switch. Otherwise, we're going back to the squiddy room. Okay, let's see. Dispel that. I have a feeling that we went the wrong way. Oh no, we didn't. Alright, good. That was the most conspicuous square I could see in the room, so that was my hunch to try to step on that for it to be a switch. Okay, we finally escaped. Hopefully on the right side of the rooms that we wanted to be in, but first let's cure Julia and Dupree. And then we're going to take another look at a gem here. Oh, thank goodness, we did make it to the proper way. Okay, so let's go and I guess we'll try the one on the right. We tried down last time. So let's use some stones here. So it says, a voice rings out, what virtue dost stem from love and courage? And that is sacrifice. So that's the fifth one. Fifth floor, we pick sacrifice. What color? So sacrifice was orange. All right, down to the sixth floor. Now, the sixth floor is one of the most difficult to maneuver. It's actually a giant maze. So if I just walk a little bit closer here, I'm just going to use a gem and then you can see. So it looks pretty simple, right? Looks like we can just pop all the way down to the bottom and run straight across. Well, guess what? Not all rooms lead to the adjacent rooms. They are unidirectional a lot of the time, meaning that you really need to keep trying to travel. I guess down and to the right is the rule of thumb if you can. And my gut instincts are usually pretty good. Like if you go into a room and it seems like it's over the top, kind of crazy, we probably shouldn't be going that way. So what I'm going to do is try to enter in from the hidden wall on the top left of the big kind of gritty area. And we'll go in from there, and hopefully we won't have to spend eons and eons trying to maneuver through these places. But before we even do that, we're going to take a rest. Come on, no ambush.